Hi, I'm Johnny. This is Comics Altruism, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own Gemini mailer, just like this from recycled cardboard. And all you're going to need is a tape measure, a box cutter, and if you want, Gorilla Glue, although I'm going to show you why that's not necessary. Now, if you happen to be in a situation like I am, you can find a bunch of leftover cardboard from a grocery store or perhaps the place where you work. And you need large panel cardboard, much like what you see before you here. You're also going to want to take some panels from an already used box and have them as your base, because you're going to be using this and you don't want to cut into your table, obviously. Hopefully you've got a better workspace to work with than I do. Here's what you got to do. Picture this is your pack of comics that you got to get into a Gemini mailer. What you want to do is have all the dimensions measured. So for this, the length of these comics is 27 centimeters, and the width is 19 centimeters, and the height is approximately 4 centimeters. Now you need to know those dimensions, especially if you're going to be making custom based on every single shipment that you're going to be making. So what we're doing here is we're going to take the width of that comic and multiply it by 3 and the height and multiply it by 2, add those together and then add a little bit extra, and that's going to give you the overall length of your package. So in my case, that's 56 centimeters or 22 inches, and then you're taking the length of your book and you're adding a little bit of overhang. So for me, that's going to be 31 centimeters total, or 12 inches for you. So then we'll just give it a quick marking. That's 56 centimeters by 31 centimeters. Then the same thing over on the other side. Then we cut it out. So that gives us panel A. Now panel B is going to be the section of the cardboard that ends up folding over the books this way. Panel A is going to be what folds over them this way after that. So panel B is the comic book length plus the height times 2 again, and then you add just a little bit extra to make sure that it'll actually fold over the comics. So for that, I've got 56 centimeters by 19 centimeters, or 22 inches by 7.5 inches. So it just so happens that that's the same length as panel A. So that's easy. That's already done. Then we just need to cut this down to the 19 centimeters that we need. So there we go. Now we got panel B. Now an important note to make here is that corrugation on that cardboard goes this way, and it goes this way on panel A, because what we're going to do, this way you don't have to actually score your cardboard in order to make this work. I'm just going to pull up on one, pull it over, pull up on the other, pull it over, and then take our trusty painter's tape here and just give it a quick tape to put it into place. Don't need too much, just enough to hold those flaps down, and then putting it down in the center of this package. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but because of the way the corrugation works, just fold over, over, and over, and over, and there you go. You've got that already made up. Now the Gorilla Glue, you could choose, just for some extra security here, give that a quick drizzle. So that holds firmly into place. That's why I prefer to use tape, because if you have these two glued together, your customer is going to have to cut into the side there. So I would not suggest gluing this, but I would suggest gluing underneath unless you just prefer to tightly wrap it like this, because the middle package will stay where it's supposed to as long as you wrap this tight enough. Just like so. And if you're not comfortable with having these ends open like this, it's easy enough to just put the tape over one end like this, fold it in and over. Same thing on the other side. And then there you go. Now it's waterproof, at least on the ends. There you go. Now you're ready to just put your shipping label here and out it goes. Now I'm going to show you the same process for CGC slabs. Part of this is also because I just want to show off the fact that I finally got me a copy of Uncanny X-Men 266. And just in case there's any confusion, I also happen to get X-Men Annual number 14. And at a very reasonable price, I might add. Obviously, with your CGC books, you always want to bubble wrap them if you don't want to crack in your CGC slab. So, panel A's measurements are going to be made in the same format as with example number 1. So, they're going to be 38 by 72. 72 length, 38 width. And by the same measurement standards as we set out in the first Gemini, we're going to be going 62 centimeters by 22 centimeters for panel B. So there you have it, panel B. You got to tape your bubble wrap shut because it's going to move on you as you're trying to do this next maneuver. Give it a flip. And close up the sides. You want to make sure it's really tight too, because you've got that little bit of space there on the end, right? And even though you're going to be taping it shut, if you just kind of like weakly sort of do it this way, you're going to end up with a way bigger space on the end. So you want to make it as tight as possible when you're folding it shut. Remember also that we'll be taping this shut around the sides too. So that'll help to tighten it all up a little more. And there you have it. Custom, ready to mail. Shipping label goes right here, and you're actually like safe and secure. Bang that against a wall all day if you want. So there you have it, your very own Gemini mailers for a regular stack of books, CGC stack of books. They're fully adjustable and customizable, so if you have less than 17 books, which is what this looks like, say you've got 10, you just take a couple centimeters off of the middle panel, a couple centimeters off of the top panel. Like I say, because of the corrugation, you just fold it in the way that you want it anyway. It's a great way to use some leftover cardboard if you happen to work at a place that goes through a ton of it. And I'm not bashing Gemini at all because their prices are very reasonable. It's just I prefer to use recycled stuff to get more out of it. There you go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and spread the word. Have a good one. Bye.